If Western liberal democracy has failed Africa, for the purpose of this discussion and putting it into context, Nigeria, what democracy is it proposing or should we practice? He was president, the fifth and the 12th president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He practiced this same democracy. He said nothing about it. And now he's coming out to say the Western liberal democracy has failed Africa. So, what should we practice? As you can see on the screen there, liberal is defined in adjective relating to or denoting a political and social philosophy that promotes individual rights, civil liberties, democracy, and free enterprises. So, this is the democracy that says failed Africa. How? The question is how? Is it the case that the Western liberal, the Western refused us to practice this liberal democracy, or we failed to practice and uphold this democracy? Going by the definition of democracy, government of the people, for the people, by the people, in the people, out of the people, and everything about the people. If that is the case, why don't you listen to those agitating for secession so that they go practice their own democracy that they know better to practice? When will this madness of blame game stop? If the Western liberal democracy failed, can it come out and declare its assets, liabilities, and be transparent in respect to what when he was president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? What democracy should we practice? Some sect of the country have said the same thing that they do not support. Why don't you just let them go then? Like I said in the section there, is it the case that he is actually truly, with due respect, suffering from dementia, or what? This issue of over-respect is killing us in that country. Over-respect will forever kill us when we fail to call out and tell our elders, leaders, the truth. So, what democracy should we practice? I really don't understand. Thank you for those in the comment section. Say it as it is. He has just realized it, or is it because he's not a current player in the fraud? I think it's because he's not in my opinion, because he's no longer a current player in the fraud. He now says he's saying that the Western democracy has failed us. I don't get this. And I said, not until the people rise up against this establishment, these sort of things will continue. And it will not stop. When did he realize it? He advocated for the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi. Is there a secret meeting that they will not practice this Western liberal democracy? Or will he, Peter Obi, not practice this Western liberal democracy going by all his speeches? That is what he preached on. Even the stolen mandate. When will this madness stop? I'll read the definition again. Relating to or denoting a political and social philosophy that promotes individual rights, civil liberties, democracy, and free enterprise. What more do we need? Or what other democracy beside this definition on the screen can we practice? Is it the one we are practicing? That we don't promote and respect individual rights? Civil liberties are shut down, bribed. We can't practice free enterprises. It is dog shop dog. So, can somebody please reach out respectfully to the former president to come and lecture us what democracy is he actually talking about? Which one did he practice when he was a military president and only changed his uniform? He's the same human being and put on agbada and become a civilian president. What sort of democracy does he want us to practice? Because this madness can't continue. We have to be realistic with ourselves. This madness, if it continues, Femi. Obasanjo once asked if we are jinns. Even the devil couldn't understand Nigeria. Wahala. Femi. Thank you for your comment. OBJ is the first person who failed the country, Nigeria. Regardless whether he's the one or not, he needs to come and tell us, tell the people, what sort of democracy should we practice? This Western liberal democracy that has failed us, that is the same Western world many Nigerians, according to recent reports, 141,000 Nigerians left Japa from the country since the beginning of this tenure. I can't confirm that, but I got that information. And which every day people japa from coming to what? Coming to this so-called Western liberal democracy that the claim has failed us. I have 24-hour electricity. That is the democracy he said has failed us. So the democracy that we are running in Nigeria, we don't have 24-hour electricity. The roads are bad. Even the local airport, the local planes cannot fly in the night because of what absence of electricity. The healthcare system. So that is the democracy we should practice. I need somebody to make sense out of this thing. In the days of the Jews, or in those days, they will say, stone him to death. That would have happened. Why? Please. At a certain point in our life, we will get old. If we don't recognize that as we grow old, we diminish from reasoning, as such, we should not take the podium, because we are going to say something that will destroy everything we've ever built on. So what did he practice? Is it not the same Western liberal democracy he practiced? Why did he not change it during his time? Why wait till now when he's about to go to the grave? He's now saying the Western liberal democracy has failed Africa. No, we failed ourselves, because the Africa or Africans are coming, thronging into the Western world in millions to what? To live under this Western liberal democracy. So it's not the Western liberal democracy that failed us. It is you, sir, respectfully, that failed your generation and the generation that came after you. So don't put it on the Western liberal democracy. You are one of our leaders. As they say, the buck stopped with what? With the president. So you failed us woefully. So coming to tell us that the Western liberal democracy has failed Africa. How? You should explain how it failed us. Jajo, electoral reform is taking place today. Please, can you highlight one for me, please, if you don't mind? That is what I want. That is what I've been campaigning for, electoral reform, amendment of the Constitution, Section 68 and 110, invoking Section 68 and 110. Judge Jones, can you please point out one to me? Which aspect, which one of electoral reform has been amended? We have the 25% of the Constitution that still needs to be dealt with. Please, type one out for me. Let me highlight it so that I can address it, if you can. This is comment section only today. So, what has failed us? It is we, the people, that has failed us, not the Western democracy. Our leaders, Obasanjo in particular, with due respect. Obasanjo in particular, with due respect. He said I should watch Arise TV. It's going on now. Going on where? On Arise News TV? Or the reform has already been effected? Please clarify, please. I'm broadcasting, so I cannot watch Arise News TV at the same time. If you don't mind, shed more light on it. Say it as it is. We now have a raw capture from a ghost without any pedigree and traceable literacy. Record on less FBI criminal records. What are you saying yes to, please, Judge Jones? Yes to what? Remember, people are reading, so you need to clarify. I can't read your mind, please. Say it as it is. Say, why are you respecting him? Well, we have to respect everyone, but it doesn't mean that we should be stupid. So we will respect, but over respect is what is killing us. What has killed us and what is killing us. Over respect. That's what is killing us in that country. Because he's an ex-president, because he's an elderly man, gives him the right to come out and say the Western liberal democracy has failed Africa. When he was two-time president, can you highlight how he was able to effect this change? Why did he not change it? When did he realize it? That's the question. Sir, respectfully, when did you realize that this Western liberal democracy has failed Africa? When you are the president of the country, you must have observed and said these things. So after many years you've left that seat, now you are now coming to lecture us, because Nigerians we're usually gullible human beings. We just swallow everything. It's an elderly man. Let's swallow it. It's an elderly man. Let's swallow it. If you want to grow old, respect. Swallow anything an elderly person tells you so that you can grow old. Who determines who grow old? Is it not God who determines who grow old, determines who stay longer than the other? How about those children that died during birth? Who did they offend? Which elderly person did they offend? Yes, we will respect one another. But we have to push this stupidity and foolishness that we practice aside. You should come out and tell us when this Western liberal democracy, when did he realize it? It's coming to lecture us. And some people will applaud him. Thank you, I'll say it as it is. I won't respect rogues whose activities past and present have destroyed generation past, current, and unborn. This elderly people syndrome is a simple minimum. Mumu is that must end, and it must end. Because if it doesn't end, we will continue with this suffer. failed us. Did he not come to the same Western world? Yet, when you go and ask him now, he has traveled to this Western world to receive medical care. Or he wants to tell me that all his life is Nigeria. He went to Nigerian hospitals. It's Nigerian doctors that care for him. Where are his family? Are they all in Nigeria? Some of them in Western world. Why won't I listen? Sometimes people should just keep quiet. I don't like doing blame game, but at the same time, we need to say certain things that these people are part of our problem. We have to blame. We, the citizens, carry the bulk of the blame of the problem. Let's establish that. We citizens, we carry the bulk of the blame. Nevertheless, we have leaders also who are supposed to lead us right, now coming to tell us, not accepting responsibility themselves. He should have come out and say, I realized when I was president, the Western liberal democracy is not working, and I failed to act upon it. That is what he should say, or he should have said. And apologize to Nigerians that I take full responsibility for the problem. Nobody has ever come out to say I take full responsibility, but rather looking to blame people, blame others for problems that we create ourselves. And I hope those in the Western world are listening. Such people should not even be allowed. Their family, their 10th generation should not even be allowed to enter the Western world again. Because if you blame me for your problem, then I have to cast you away from my side. How will you blame me for your problem? Certainly, 90 years old go to jail here in the UK, in anywhere that if found culpable. So who is it? That Jones, OBJ just take over from the military in 1999. How many years was he there? Okay, I respect your opinion. So you said OBJ is the only leader in Nigeria. Can you expatiate further on that for the purpose of the audience, please? I will appreciate if you can further expatiate on it, educate us. Disagreement is welcome here, but your disagreement must have basis. So don't just say OBJ is the only leader. We have to now look at the definition of what a leader is in Nigeria. So please help us to understand how OBJ was the only leader. Remember last time, so a few months ago, you told all the Obas to stand up when they see a president coming. The wife has to go and apologize on behalf of him. Just because he's a president. When he comes in, everybody should stand up. Really. So, Ja Jones, don't leave it there, because if you leave it there, you are shooting yourself in the leg. OBJ is not the only leader in Nigeria. He is one of the leaders. And in the context of this discussion, we are going by the statement he made. So let's make sense with that statement. So can you look at this statement? Western liberal democracy has failed Africa. He was two-time president. Whether he became president in 1999 or in 1900, it makes no difference. Today we talk about Tinubu. People also still talk about Buhari. They talk about Goodluck Jonathan. We talk about Yaradua. We talk about everybody. But when we put things in context, we are talking about OBJ. He's not the only leader. Electricity, take the message and leave the message, please. Leave the messenger. What is the message? And who is the messenger? What is the message? Jar Jones. So let's go step by step. What I want you to type next is, tell me what is the message. Then, who is the messenger? Or clarify or confirm. You said OBJ is right. How, please? How is he right? To say that Western liberal democracy has failed Africa. So I'm going to put it back there. This is the adjective. Sorry. This is the adjective of, let me put it back up there. Look at it there. Liberal democracy, relating to or denoting a political and social philosophy that promotes individual rights, civil liberties, democracy, and free enterprise. So that is the democracy that OBJ said that the Western people practice and has failed us. So how is that? Please, like I said, you have a right to disagree. Disagreement is welcome. You said OBJ is right. How? Please. I'm waiting for you. According to say, there was no Yoruba kings among those Efulefus. Otherwise, no king should have been commanded to stand up. They instead should have shown him the tale of their Irukere. Okay. Thank you for that. Yes. And then please answer this question with honesty. As Western liberal democracies failed Africa, take Niger into perspective. No, Western liberal democracy has not failed Africa. We failed ourselves, for crying out loud. So if I give you something you don't like, SO, should you accept it? If I give you something you don't like, or you come to that knowledge that this thing is not working for me, should I continue in it or stop? Take a step back and what? And look for an alternative that will make that thing work or amend that thing. It may not be completely good, so I'll take the good part and throw away the bad part and come up with my own. But how is it? We take Niger into perspective. What exactly? The coup? Are we not grown-ups? Are we that, sorry, I don't like using some words. Are we so dumb that we cannot do things ourselves? Are you going to be with your children for the rest of your life? I answered your question. In all honesty, it has not failed us. Because if you go to that same Africa that you said that the Western liberal democracy has failed us, and you put out a word that how many people wants to go to this Western world? The democracy that they are practicing. Trust me, you won't have enough plane to carry people that will indicate interest in it. I honestly think that's personal opinion. Hope I'm not the only one that thinks like that. We should go back to the very, very beginning and start all over again. Nothing wrong in starting all over again. So where is the very beginning? Let's highlight. Can you info on where is the very beginning? We should go back to the very beginning. What year, moment should we go back to? So let's start from there. Or we can equally stop now and start. The very, very beginning as to when Nigeria originally was created, not independence or when. And how do we proceed in that regard? We're here to educate one another in spite of what OBJ said, because at the end of the day, like I said, and I will repeat, it is down to you and I. OBJ will say what he wants to say, will die and go away. Nobody will care about him. They will only give him state burial. After that, he's gone. The problem will still be here. Tinubu will come, will go, will die and go, just like many other leaders have gone and died, and the problem will remain until the people rise up to solve this problem. If not, it ain't gonna happen. Just like the same Western world, many presidents have come and gone, but they try their possible best. The people try their possible best to maintain those institutions for generations to come. They will die and go, just like you and I will die and go one day. Janoge, thank you. Ja Jones, please make sense. Ja Jones, somebody have told you to make sense, not only me. Janogo, thank you. I just say, is democracy work in Africa? You've not. Somebody just said you should make sense. Is democracy not working in Africa? How is it working in Africa, please? I need you to educate us. Questions. I love questions. I love clarifications. How is democracy working in Africa, please? So we all run abroad to where things work, and you are saying the same Western system has failed. Like, that is exactly the madness we are talking about. These people go abroad to receive treatment, send their children abroad to receive good education. During the COVID, even though abroad their schools were closed, students were still, studying online. Students were studying online. In this same abroad, I can talk of my own experience. My own daughters finish a final year exam in the comfort of the house. University finalized, and she came out with good grades. The same Western democracy. What is different from the giving electricity democracy? Oh, when we're in darkness, that is democracy we should practice. Honestly, I don't encourage foul language. There's some things that wants to pop out of my mouth, but I have to grab it back so that I don't get blocked or banned by my chairman, Dr. Professor Rudolph Okonkwo. So I have to mind myself. Where are we? Thank you, Jen. Okay. Come on, Atlantis, don't pretend you don't understand what be. What be. Don't worry. Listen, this Saturday there'll be our first comedy broadcast will be held on Saturday, 1 p.m. Nigerian time, 7 a.m. the Antarctica time. So don't forget, I've already set it up. Let's come and distress ourselves. Click the notification button. Let's continue with this one. Rashid Zibili, Nigerians need to embrace someone who tries to fix something for betterment. He's trying to get it right this time. Actually, he's trying to get it right. How? According to Fela, daddy body, daddy body, daddy body, get accident, yepa. Confusion, day he go be, yepa. Oh, Double wahala for the body and the owner of the body. Double wahala for the body. Bang, bang, la. So tell me, how is OBJ is trying to get it right? Oh, by supporting Peter Obi, isn't it? All right. You're welcome. Jar Jones, it's electricity. Now only you understand. Yourself. Jenoge asked you a question. I'll put something to you. You did not answer it. Now you are facing me. So OBJ is condemning the same Western liberal democracy being practiced in those countries we run for better life. Yet it has failed us. Doesn't that tell you we are the problem? We are the problem. And until we come to that point to say that, to admit that we are the problem, and no solution will ever happen. No solution will ever happen. Info, there's something called outside forces from time immemorial. We are not free yet. Okay, this is interesting. Info, these outside forces that you just referred to, I want to believe you are talking about this same Western world suppressing us or refusing us to practice this Western liberal democracy of theirs. Could you clarify or confirm if what I just said is right or wrong, please? Then we can take it off from there. There's something called outside forces from time immemorial. Let's agree on that. So these outside forces, I need you to correct me, is this Western world, the Western democracy, liberal democracy, that is working for them, but they don't want it to work for us. Is that what you are implying, please? I need you to clarify or confirm that for me, please, if you don't mind. Jajo said 1960. So Jajo said we should go back to 1960. So what happened? I was 1960. I wasn't born then. So those that were born in 1960, please, we need to go back. You need to educate us. I was 1960 to today. What democracy was practiced in 1960? Jajon, you happen to be our historian, so you'll be the one to educate us. What democracy was practiced? Is it the Western liberal democracy or the Northern liberal democracy or the Eastern liberal democracy or the which is the photo, not south, east, west? So I think I've mentioned. So which democracy was practiced then? And it worked in 1960. Like I said, I wasn't born there, but history is there. So please kindly educate us if you don't mind. Thank you for that, Jar Jones. Yeah, we are getting somewhere. Come on, don't pretend you don't understand what OBJ is saying. OBJ knows deeper than you do. Why did Niger do what he did, even with liberal Western democracy? OBJ did condemn. OBJ did condemn democracy. Uh, did you mean OBJ? He did condemn democracy. You need to clarify yourself, because why would OBJ condemn democracy? I don't understand. Going by the definition of democracy. Maybe it's a typo error. Please check it again and get back to me before I weigh in on it. Uh, Electricity, thank you. Please land it. Yeah, I thank you to every one of you, whether we agree or disagree with ourselves here. We are here to educate ourselves and to inspire, not just educate, to inspire our minds, steer our mind, so that we can fix that country. It is we are the problem. We know our leaders, they are, I don't want to use any word, but we the people, we are the problem, myself inclusive. Come on, don't pretend you don't know OBJ. So OBJ, why did Niger do what it did, even with liberal? OBJ did not say democracy is bad. Okay, thank you for clarifying, because I knew it was a typographic error. OBJ did not say democracy is bad, but he said Western democracy has failed Africa. So let's define. So let's pretend that, in fact, not that I don't know what democracy. I don't know what Western democracy is. So also, Can you tell us what exactly is or are Western democracy? What is Western democracy? Because for you to be able, for OBJ to be able to identify that something has failed, so it should be able to pinpoint exactly what that thing is, how it failed. For example, I'm driving a car and my brake failed. Fortunately, I bring the car to a stop. I'll take it to the mechanic, and the mechanic is going to examine it, and he will tell me why the car brake failed. Either one, the pad has gone completely. Two, maybe the brake fluid, the hose, but so it needs to pinpoint exactly. Or I mean, you. I mean, you know him. You have dinner with him. Also, you have dinner with him every time. So you converse. You exchange text messages. So he must have told you, explained to you. So please, kindly tell us. Kindly tell us that pinpoint that exact thing that failed, that worked for them but failed for us. Please, I will greatly appreciate that. Like I said, we are here to stir each other's mind. Sawo, at ESO, are you going to allow your failures to define you? Thank you. If so, then the Western liberal democracy has failed Africa. Are you going to allow your failures to define you? That is a good question to ask. Are we going to allow our failures? First of all, imagine your personal life. Are you going to allow the failures in your personal life to define you? That is a serious question that we all should ask ourselves. Will I allow my failures to define me? Or I will try to rise above that failure or find reason why I failed and fix it. OBJ did not say democracy is bad, but when you have Nigerian type of democracy, then it calls for questioning. What is Nigerian type of democracy? uh, this I want to believe also you're also a PhD holder from your writing, so like what Ovie, my brother, will say, the elite. We do not let the will of the people speak at the ballot. An Ondo State governor incapacitated by illness and not and carry out his duty refuses to hand over power to his deputy as. But the Western democracy that OBJ said has failed us would have removed that governor. Now, if you go to our constitution, the constitution highlights ways, there's provisions of removing a president, a governor, on the ground of ill health. It's there in the constitution. Why can we not implement that? Is incapacitated by illness. Now, we also must ask a question. If he's incapacitated by illness, does it affect his mental faculty? Everything is there in the constitution. As any medical doctors, by the provision of the constitution, certify that it cannot carry out its function as a governor, even while he is incapacitated. What are the lawmakers doing? We are back to what Section 68 and Section 110 of the Constitution. What exactly are the lawmakers, the legislators in Ondo State, those who knows the law, who knows the Constitution, what are they doing? No, because they have taken a Gunje, they've received a Gunje. And what are the people the citizens of Ondo State doing that they are supposed to do by invoking Section 68 and Section 110 of the Constitution? What are they doing? The lawmakers are our greatest threat to democracy. Has any one of them come out to talk? I stand to be corrected. None of them has come out to talk. So there's nothing. And the people, the citizens of Ondo State that has the power to do the checks and balances on the lawmaker sits down there clapping their hands. Electricity, I hope you have a day job. Pass that. I know a lot of people say you smoke weed, but I'm not going to say you smoke weed. This is part of my day job, and I'm doing it with pride. I admonish that you do yours also with pride. I have a day job. After this, I go to my job. And I'll come back again and broadcast. That is the ability and the gift God has given me. And I can understand you are jealous, but it's okay. I'm here to inspire and for you to emulate me if you can. As provided in the Constitution, so how will the Western liberal democracy work here when we do not keep the tenet of the democracy? That's the question. How will it work when we don't even keep the simple one that we have, that we even borrowed from them? Because they said the Nigerian Constitution is written after the American Constitution. Donald Trump is regardless of what anybody will say, whether he will go to jail or not, but they are making him to understand that he is not above the law. That is the Western democracy we're talking about. Can you go and drag Buhari to come? Can anyone, lawmakers, drag Buhari to say, Buhari or OBJ, come and give account? Nah, go and sleep there, my friend. Let's talk. Well, let's talk the truth. Tell you ourselves. People like me are the problem. How am I the problem? Tell me, how am I the problem? I'm sitting down here talking, so I'm the problem. How am I the problem? Tell me. If you can tell me I'm the problem, I'm willing to change. I'm willing to change. Honestly, OBJ is referring to people like you. Honestly, and the problem for Western liberal democracy is not working. So how? Just tell me, how am I the problem? Honestly speaking, and I'm going to change. What did I do? Sorry. Info. Like you quoted fella, they take a man with low mentality to rule over your world. Absent and we all know this is, but we are we are all waking up. Yeah, let's wake up. Hey, my brother, you are taking Obasanjo out of context. Okay, Ovi, on our politics. Now, please bring us into the context. I will greatly appreciate that. Unfortunately, this is a comment section only broadcast because I have, for some time now, I've not taken comment. And you know, those in the comment section matters to me a lot. So please educate us. If I am taking Obasanjo out of context, please, can you explain, expatiate further? Disagreement is welcome. It's education. We are open to learning so that we can get it right. How am I taking Obasanjo, or have I taken Obasanjo's statement out of context, please? Educators, go to the keyboard now. Niger ousted France thieves. It suddenly became the fourth growing African economy. Burkina guy blocked all Western thieves that are Mumu leaders led by the same OBJ, and he is delivering. So, you see, but let's wait for Ovi. Ovi said, on our politics said, yes, we explain what Western democracy. We are all here. Maybe I'm missing something. Well, yes, let him explain. Let's say Ovi said it's not working, and we don't need him to actually say it out loud. You can look around you. I don't get what you're saying, Ovi. He said it's not working. Western democracy is not working. That Western democracy, that Western that you also currently are. It's working there, but it's not working for us. So what is going to work for us? Because you are benefiting from the same Western democracy, which you've highlighted several times. So what is going to work for us? Going by the definition of democracy, what is going to work for us? Please. I can look around me in Nigeria. There's no electricity, no good roads, no good health care, no jobs. So that's the Western democracy is not working for us, or we are not proud. So let's start to invent what we should now work on. Because, like I said, this is an open discussion. So tell us what it is. I've looked around me. You and I have highlighted it before. So what is going to work for us? Please, educate us. On apologies, very good point you made. But the question is, why is it not working? Okay. Thank you. Why is it not working? That's for you, Ovi. OBJ does not hold you any further explanation. Believe what you like or go to court. I love these people. And with Obasanjo, we need to redefine what we have now as democracy. So let's go by what we need to redefine. So, so okay, let's redefine it. Can you please redefine it for us on our politics? You are with OBJ. So are a lot of people. I am not with him on that. I am not with him on that. So, but you are with him. I mean, so tell us, how do we redefine it? What aspect? Which aspect are we to redefine? Please. We need to redefine what we have now as democracy. How? Please. We need specifics now. Let's stop dancing around the bush. I'm not here to dance around the bush. I meant a man with low mentality to rule why the back in their country, giving orders to those people. Why do we go to Chatham House to this day? I mean, that Chatham House is crazy, man. I don't know why they all went there, but it's crazy. They could, if my question, I'm sorry to say this, why didn't Obi go to Chatham House to give his press conference after the presidency, after the Supreme Court? Gather some few people and give a press conference. Nonsense. I wrote that when you were singing. Oh, okay. You wrote that when I was singing. Okay, all right. I have a day's job. Okay, you are jealous of my voice. All right, it's okay, Pansat. You are still jealous. Okay, all right. It's okay, no problem. You're welcome. When we practice Amala and Legunje politics, we'll be blaming Oyibo Man for our problem. I'm still awaiting clarification of what Western liberal democracy and why it is not working. They are still failing to provide that clarification. Nigerians don't like clarifications. The moment you say clarify, you are looking for if at the moment you say clarify, they consider it as insult. Some people consider clarification as insult. Sir, do you mind? Could you clarify what you just said? And what do you mean? Me, I'm talking to you, I'm telling you something, you're telling me to clarify. If you don't understand, leave it, go away, this and that. That is typical Nigerian for we hate clarification. My second nickname? No, my first nickname is AKA Mr. Clarification. I will seek clarification from you. My friend's wife, that's what she said. This is your friend, Mr. Clarification. Mr. Controversial. Sorry. All right. Janjo, we are waiting for them. Don't worry. And also, please enlighten us. Honestly, maybe we are missing. I think we are missing something. And these people are failing to. OVA, SO, Jar Jones. They are failing to enlighten us. I don't understand. Men are educators. Ma speak pidgin English. Men are educators. Eshojuwa. Ma speak Yoruba Journal. Elaujuwa. So that more. I can speak. You want me to speak other language? Yeah? All right. I will leave that. Don't let me showcase my talent here. Otherwise, I'll make Pansat the jealous the man. He probably will go and hang himself. I don't want to be responsible for that. Eso, Ajajo, you go miss tire. You see now, all the police said I'm driving, but all the while you were texting, The previous one, what are you doing? Did you not park? Now you are driving. You see what we're saying? My brother, I like that you are going and the way you are questioning is coming. If all Nigerians follow your question, Nigeria will work again. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much, Edward. Remember, on Saturday, we are having our first comedy broadcast at 1 p.m. Irish UK time, 2 p.m. Nigerian time, 8 a.m. New York time, if I'm correct, and 7 a.m. Antarctica time. Some people will be joining us from Antarctica. So it's going to be interesting. Don't forget to join us. But it is true now. If you don't understand what BJ is saying, it's an insult to common sense. Provide clarification, provide explanation, and I no agree. And I will no book pastors. We understand democracy pastors. Men are talk this thing as it is, and I refuse to. What I want more do again? What should we do again? Eh? Educate us. That's why we are here. Anyway, I would like to thank every one of you that have joined this broadcast, the comment section. Again, I apologize in the past that I have not done comment section. Only I'm back to my normal self, and this will continue again. And on Saturday, like I said before I bring this broadcast to an end, thank you again. On Saturday, we'll be having our first comedy broadcast here. So don't forget to join. I know you all think I'm mad for saying this, but truth is Africa should bring back the colonial master to manage us so we can move with the time. Because we are not getting anywhere. Forgive me, LOL. It's all right. It's all right. You are forgiven. So have a lovely day and a lovely week ahead. Until I come your way again, have a blessed week. Thank you and God bless.